is unseasonably hot for September, so it is too hot to even think about fencing today. So we're gonna go head up north. And meet another couple that's building a homestead, I guess. And yeah, hopefully they're cool. Luke and I actually looked at a lot of property up here when we first started our journey. You might remember some of those videos, those of you who have watched us that long.
I don't think anybody watches those videos.
We did look at quite a few parcels, and we were just talking, there's really no, yeah, I remember that. There's really no property that we passed on that I'm actually like upset we didn't get it. There was a couple of okay properties. There was one 5-acre lot back by Sagal that we both agreed is probably worth like 5 times the amount right now. That would have been a good investment. But
we're happy with what we have now.
We are. Okay, so it's way too hot to fence today, so we kind of stepped out of our comfort zone a little bit, and we met up with some new friends out at their build, and I'm gonna introduce them to you now.
I'm Matt.
And I'm Brenda.
I'm Isaac.
And then we are Chasing Freedom Homestead, and we are building an arch cabin.
Working on their build for
2 years.
2 years now?
2 summers.
Two summers, yeah.
And it's definitely different from anything we've ever built, but I really like it. You guys are gonna be very happy in the winter when you don't have to shovel
Exactly.
off the top of your roof.
Right.
They're gonna give us a quick little tour, and we're gonna take you guys along.
All right, so we're going inside the bump out.
Hopefully you guys can see in here. So this is a 30 by 40 arch cabin that we've built. And so we're currently in the stage of getting a wood stove put in. And then we're gonna be building a loft that is behind Ellie.
And so the kit came from Texas. We had it shipped up here. And so we got 21 metal ribs that go up. And then on the outside is the metal sheeting. And so we just have metal, and then we have an R13 insulation. And then we can build the inside walls, and another sheet of insulation goes up and attaches with some furring strips, and then you can side it with whatever you want, whether it's sheetrock or tongue and groove or whatever. And so it's really, I think, economical, and we wanted the open concept, so that's kind of why we purchased this.
Can I ask you guys how you came up with your YouTube name?
Sure. Well, we were thinking about it, and we figured everybody is chasing freedom, and that kind of resonated with us. And we wanted to be debt-free, maybe live off-grid, but be as self-sustainable as possible. So that's kind of how we came up with the name.
So if you guys aren't following Chasing Freedom Homestead, I'll be sure to put some links in the description. But it's pretty cool what they're doing here. This build, I really like it. Make sure you follow these guys.
Link together.
Yeah. But they're like, don't go get.
So we spent about 3 hours. We're just coming back from meeting up with Matt and Brenda from
Chasing Freedom Homestead.
From Chasing Freedom Homestead. That was really cool. Like I said, we've never done anything like that before. There is quite a few people in this area who are building and have YouTube channels. There's even like meetups, and we've never made it to any of them because we are introverts and awkward.
And we've been incredibly busy.
But yeah, that was just really cool. It's really cool to see how other people, are building and how they solve like problems they've come across and like the solutions they've come up with. Because it's nice just to see how other people do it, because then you get ideas. You're like, oh, I never thought to do it this way, or like, wow, that's 10 times better than how we did it. And it's just good to network. So thank you, Matt and Brenda, for inviting us out. And if you want to come down to check out our messy unpacked house, you're welcome anytime. So for like the first time ever, we are pre-planning our upcoming road trip to Western Washington and back. I'm doing this because it's getting really stressful to try to do anything in Western Washington or along the Oregon coast at this point without some serious pre-planning, because it is so damn crowded over there now. It drives me nuts that I have to even do this, but I'm kind of tired of like driving aimlessly, not really knowing where to stay. So I'm actually like looking up routes, and I think I kind of have a cool one planned, but I just can't believe I'm actually pre-planning.
My wife's gonna kill me. I have not been documenting our process. We are going on a little adventure the next couple days, go visit some family, and we're going to be basically truck camping. So we're trying to find all of our camping gear that's been kind of scattered during the moving process. So tracked down our little toolbox camping gear setup, and now we're just kind of going through it, making sure everything's here, washing the dishes because they were gross and moldy, trying to get a mental checklist of everything we're going to need for our trip. We'll probably be truck camping, 4 or 5 days maybe, something like that. So we got truck tent, airing out. It hasn't been opened in probably well over a year. But I was expecting the worst. It was fine in there. No mold, no stinky, nothing. This is what we're going to try to take with us on this trip. Our power bank is going to be the Blue Eddy AC180T. It's about 1800 watts. The nice thing about it is the batteries come out. That's 2 of them. Back in. So what is nice about this setup is you can swap the battery packs back and forth from the power station to the cooler. This is the F045D refrigerator. These just slide right in here. Thusly. 2 good sized compartments with baskets. It will get down to freezing. The other nice thing about this is that has a built-in ice maker. Fresh ice on the fly. Just fill up the reservoir here. I click the little ice making button here. In about 10-15 minutes, you got fresh ice. I believe this is about 45 liters. Batteries swap between the fridge and the Blue Eddy AC180T. So these two together make a pretty sweet little package. So we will try this duo on our trip and give a full review, hopefully, maybe, kind of, sort of. So let's get this sucker charged up. Should be topped off pretty close. 97%. All right, so this thing's been sitting for months and she's still at 93%. Not too bad. So we're just charging on grid power. Nice thing is it has the internal power monitoring system, so all you need is the cord. I just buy these little 90-degree angles. I don't like it when they just stick out like that. Likely to break it off. That's all it takes. Get her charging. Standard for 120 volt outputs, pure sine wave, so safe for computers and sensitive devices. DC input for charging, 12 volt output. I think your 12 volt plug is the best if you're trying to conserve power. Same with these little guys too, I believe. Anyways, like I said, the nice thing about it is the modular abilities this has. Who knows what else Blue Eddy's going to come out with that can use these batteries. Pretty excited. I'd like to see like a little AC unit. Would be kind of cool. We shall see. For now, we're going to use it to power our Blue Eddy refrigerator. We're really good. But we should bring that up there in the light. Sturdy little handle. Decent little wheels. Points for a tie down there. Strapping it down. It's hard to see, but there's 2 little USB-A and USB-C output right there. You can charge a phone or other small devices from your refrigerator. Just kind of a neat little touch. Speed me up. So it will go all the way down to, I believe, 0. -4. So this will easily become a freezer if you want it to be. I like to keep it right around 35, 36-ish. Go with 35. We are currently at 48 degrees. So we'll let that kind of come down. We are pulling 47 watts. So this will cycle through all your options. So that's your Bluetooth. Power modes max or eco. We just leave it on max. Fahrenheit or Celsius. We're not communists, so we stick with Fahrenheit. This is a Blue Eddy FO45D, I believe. Let's check on that. FO45D. Yeah. Still not on the market, which is weird. But alright, so our batteries are both topped off. Our refrigerator is pulling about 54 watts, and that is just till it gets down to the desired temperature. Once it gets down to 35 or whatever we have it set at, it will stop pulling energy and only pull it as needed. And I have ran this cooler off of this battery for days and I haven't done a full test. If you use the 12 volt plug to power this, it lasts for a very long time.
So we're doing a little bit different of a video this week. We are not at our home in North Idaho. We are on a road trip. So we're headed ultimately to Seattle for a football game. And we left yesterday and just drove all through Eastern Washington. We spent the night last night in Twisp, Washington. And today we're gonna head through the Cascades over to the western side and hopefully spend the night somewhere cool. We've got a couple ideas. I think we're gonna try to make it to Whidbey Island and do some camping out there. Hopefully the weather's good. I think it's supposed to be great. So yeah, we're just gonna take you guys along for the ride. And the pass we're driving through I think is the prettiest drive in Washington. So can't wait to show you guys that. So we're heading west and we're gonna go, Jesus. We're gonna head through the Cascades tonight, and we have not been this route in a while together. I think the last time we went this way was like 5 or 6 years ago.
At least. Start off the day with a bee sting, had a fight with a 70-year-old man.
Oh, I wasn't gonna include that.
Shout out to the old man if you're watching this. You would have been a good adversary.
Cascades is a mountain range in the northwest corner of Washington state. It's not a part of the Rockies. I think so. It's too far west to be a part of the Rockies, but I think it does go up into Canada and then become whatever mountain range is in Canada. But it is gorgeous. I would say it's one of the prettier, cooler mountain ranges in the United States. I might be a little biased though. This is your stomping grounds. What were you telling me about? You used to hike up one of these chutes as a kid?
Just past it. Shoot next to Libertyville Mountain. Just hike up to the top, snowboard back down. Take you like 2 hours to hike up and about 30 seconds to snowboard down.
Risking life and limb.
Worth every second.
We didn't get a shot of the chute he's talking about, but it was like straight up, huge rocks and boulders, and it empties right onto the road. It had to be lightning. Crazy. Did anyone else ever do that as a kid? You had to hold your breath when you went through the tunnel. Looking back now, we probably think it was just our parents trying to make us shut up and have 10 seconds of peace.
Me pass out.
All right, so are we technically on Whidbey Island? Anacortes?
We're at Anacortes. When we cross the bridge, we'll be on Whidbey Island, I believe. You'll know.
But we can see the ocean, so we're getting close. And we can smell it.
It's rare that you see this with sunshine.
I know.
I don't like this at all.
I know. We walked out here to see the view, and this bridge is so sketchy and so narrow, and cars are flying by us. But this view is really cool. I don't know if you can see it, but there's seals down there. Where'd the other one go? There they are! Oh my gosh, yeah. I've never seen seals on the coast.
What? Where else would you see them?
Hawaii? Alaska?
You don't have seals in Hawaii.
Yeah, there are monk seals. They're...
How many cars can be on this bridge at once?
I don't know, I don't like it. Alright, so we're in Deception Pass State Park, and we're in a really cool campsite. We're gonna get the truck all set up in the tent, all set up first. So, I'm pretty sure trails like this are frowned upon. Probably not supposed to do it.
Obviously, everybody does it.
Yeah, it's a very well-worn trail.
Eat these mushrooms.
Let's not test it. Relatively easy. We just pulled up and asked if there was open spots and asked which one they recommended. Shout out to Susie. I don't know if that was her name or not. She seemed like a Susie. She hooked us up. See? This is awesome. And there's like nobody out here.
It's coming in hot. He looks pissed. Do otters attack? Skeptical. Diversion. Swim around for threat. That's a big one. Oh. I'm gonna be out in the. We're gonna battle out in the sea. Come on.
It's sunny. It's a really nice day. I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go in. I'm gonna dunk myself and I'm gonna come back screaming. You said it wasn't as bad when second-handed?
It's fine.
Alright.
Didn't even notice it.
Oh, it's not that bad. Okay, it's not that bad. You wanna come in?
Sure don't.
Actually, that feels really good.
How was it?
Cold.
What does the zoom do on this lens? Besides
It's
nothing.
10 to
This
18,
one.
so
Digital?
it's digital, yeah. It'll only go as far as the lens will do, though. Oh, it's turned on.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why is my ass so hot?
All right, so it's not as cold as I would have guessed. It actually felt really, really good. I don't want to go back in, but it felt really, really good. And I toweled off with a camp towel, but to just give me that little extra oomph, I'm gonna wear this wearable heated blanket from Zonely, and it's actually pretty comfy. It's got arm slits, it's got like Sherpa fleece, and then just like nylon on the outside. It's all powered with a little rechargeable battery like this.
Give them a twirl.
There's a button on the inside, and you hold the button until it turns red, and then it turns on. So here I am, sitting on a beach after going swimming in the beach in Western Washington in September.
Bad day.
How bad day. Shout out to Zonely for sending me something warm. Yeah.
Ready for World War III.
Walked all the way down the beach, and we just can't get over how nice the weather is. Like, I'm sweating. Northwest Washington in the middle of September. We were in shorts and t-shirts, and I went swimming.
Well, I mean,
It's awesome.
you're in snow pants, but
Here they go. So we came back from our walk, and now we're slapping together some grub with whatever we had in the fridge when we left the house. Chef Luke, what's on the menu today?
Just random stuff from the refrigerator. Brussels sprouts. Some rice from this is pandemic food actually. And leftover steak.
You really can't beat this.
No, you cannot.
Just you, me, the sea, and one awkward guy on the log over there.
Awkward girlfriend.
I'll get by myself. Okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna spend the rest of our evening here enjoying this view, and we'll see you in the morning. Good morning. We slept pretty good. And now we slept pretty good despite the war games apparently that were going on over us all night. And we did some research, and apparently this is a problem on Whidbey Island. The noise from the Navy jets, so. Oh well. Good thing we don't live on Whidbey Island. Nope. So we're gonna pack up and probably head south on the island today.
Yes,
And then- Yeah, catch a boat and eventually end up in Seattle.
hopefully.
Our Whidbey Island seems like a quaint but expensive place to live. It's very loud because of the growlers we learned. That's the nickname for the jets the Navy practices with 24/7
Non-stop.
and all night.
Even after the locals complain.
Yep. We just went through Oak Harbor and didn't really film it, but then we took a nice little detour along the coast, and there was a lot of farms, and it was really pretty. It's very overcasty today.
Yeah, we got lucky yesterday.
We got very lucky. Yeah, we're just gonna continue heading south on Whidbey Island, and we will end up at Clinton eventually, where we will catch a ferry over to Mukilteo, and then head south from there. I don't think it matters.
The destination is on your right. Clinton Ferry Terminal.
I don't like the sound of any of that. That was easy. 1350. And we are in line for the ferry. We get to ride with the Something happened, or maybe this is normal. There's a trailer in front of us that took up, I think, more room than it was supposed to. We're watching cars squeeze down the middle. We're kind of parked weird, but the guy didn't tell us to move, so. But that is very tight.
Smoking and vaping are...
Okay. Oh, never mind. So we made it to our hotel. We're in downtown Seattle on 2nd Street. We're staying at Hilton. So we're gonna go out and get some dinner and let Apple Cup 2024 festivities commence. Probably not gonna film a whole lot, just because I don't want to haul a camera around downtown Seattle. So yeah, we're gonna get ready to go. So it's now Sunday, and we are tired and maybe just a little bit hungover, but we had a really loud as I can talk after screaming for 3 hours straight at the football game, but it was worth it because the Cougs won. That's always a good day. So now we're headed north, and we're gonna try to we're gonna head back basically the way we came, and maybe try to find a cool camping spot in the Cascades tonight. All right, so we stopped in Concrete and stopped at a swap meet. Luke got a vintage,
I don't know, postage stamp?
Gold postage stamp. And he got one of Hank Williams. It's kind of cool. And then I got a crappy fake bridle with conchos that I'd never seen, but I thought that was kind of cool. And then we went back to and then we saw a fight, or heard a fight. And then went back to the 5B's Bakery in Concrete for the best cheesecake I've ever had in my life. So if you're ever in Concrete, Washington, stop by 5B's because it's worth it.
Battery and refrigerator update. The one battery lasted, powered this refrigerator for what, 3 days?
4.
Well, it was about 3 though, because it sat in parking garage for a day and finally died. But it did keep even though the battery was dead, the food was still cold when we got it. So now we're back, we got it charging again. We're just using our solar panels on the tent that is coming in and charging our Blue Eddy AC180T power station. 91 watts coming in, 110 going out. It's just, right now we're just passed through charging the battery. That's still in the refrigerator. So you can see this is charging. So we'd have one battery in here. The other battery is still in the power station. This battery is now 23%. So we're basically just, I don't know, sending power through the power station into the cooler and the battery in the cooler. So that's kind of what we're doing. I don't know if that's the best option. You can charge the refrigerator with solar panels. I just didn't bring the cable for that. I don't know, so far it's worked really good. Maintain a good temperature. The one battery lasted us at least 3 days. Yeah, so now we're just recharging and powering with our solar panels.
We are currently outside Mazama, Washington. We just found a campsite, and there's a huge rainstorm, hopefully blowing right on by.
We're still getting this effects. Wind and cold.
Yep, it's our final campsite of the journey, and while it might kind of be right next to the highway, it is right by a cute little stream. So, definitely too cold to go swimming. But we will make camp. Oh good, I was wondering if you were gonna wash it or do what. So we actually did a review and a walkthrough setup of this roof nest on our other channel called Nomads, which stands for Roaming Nomads. You might have seen some of those silly shirts we made. And we never really did anything with that channel just because we've been really busy. But maybe it's time to bring it back. Good tent, but I just think there's a couple things could have been done way better. The ladder and the rain flies are one of them.
The problem is, like, these ladders are just standard ladders that are used for other things.
She's pretty cozy. It's not too bad in here. We can both fit pretty comfortably, actually. And I can sit up. My hair is touching the top, but Luke can sit up. Chef Luke cooking up something scrumptious. That's the moon. Can't really tell on the camera, but it's super bright. Like, it's almost blindingly bright. It's behind a tree right now. It's full moon tonight. Alright. I think we're gonna get comfy and go to bed.
final thoughts on the Bluetti refrigerator. The F045D refrigerator. It worked really well. Ran out of power about 4 days in with just the one battery, which is really good. Then switched over to our solar panels, charged them right back up, and we're back in business. So this will get us back to Idaho. The power station worked well too. We used it last night to keep us warm with the hot blanket. Yes, everything worked great. No complaints. Link in description. Maybe.
All right, so we're packed up. It's surprisingly hot today. Wearing shorts and t-shirts again. But we slept pretty good. The road wasn't too noisy. The moon was so bright last night. It was crazy. I got a time lapse of it, but I just can't believe how much of a spotlight it was. But overall, this campsite wasn't terrible. Hard to complain when you get your own private creek access. It was pretty cool. But we are going to head east, get back to Idaho today. And yeah, called a successful trip. Cougs won. We had a good time camping. Weather was really good. Good trip.
After all the chaos and stress from moving this summer, it was a welcome change to pack up the truck and just hit the road. It's nice to be back home on the homestead, but I'm grateful we were able to spend time with family, experience some beautiful locations, and just tune out from the hustle and bustle of life for a few days. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. P.S. Go Cougs.